My people wonder, they say shall never end. Right now we are hearing that Oletik have stormed Lekki Mansion to beg the queen. Everybody knows who is bigger than her in that palace. Yes, they all know. But it's just that they find it so difficult to accept that. But they only accept that situation whenever they find out that she is the only one that can help them and talk to the king. Because you cannot tell me that you are married to a man that have so many wives, but he only listens to one that his heart beat for. Yes, you will always respect that one person. If you fail to respect that person, you will always have problems. And that is why some people are having serious problem in that palace right now, because they fail to accept the fact that, oh, the king loved this lady so much and there is nothing anyone can do to change that. So, from what we are hearing, they said when the king insisted that Oletik will not enter that palace again over what she did. Anyway, I will not blame the king because it's an insult on his personality if that information is true. Because I don't see the reason why a wife should leave her husband's house without telling the husband. Yes, and you left with the kids, not to talk of a king like him. So it's a very big insult on his personality. And I like the fact that he took action immediately so that these women will know their stand. They will know their level in that palace. So for the interest of those who do not know what Oletik did, they said the day that Ebony's son celebrated his birthday, all the wives were there to support her, to support the baby, because left for, if it is for Ebony, maybe some of them might not be there because you know that they are not in good terms, in as much as sometimes they tend to pretend and all of that. But when you hear what is going on in that palace, you know that polygamy is nobody's mate. So, but when it comes to celebrating any child that belongs to the king, they always come out in their numbers to come and support the child and celebrate the child. And that is exactly what happened during the time that Ebony's son celebrated his birthday. The wives were present to celebrate the boy. But someone like Oletik, who is supposed to even bring the twins to come and celebrate with their brother, she did not do that. Instead, she was on her own. She did not come out. And when it is time for her to go and remind the king about a certain amount of money that she have requested from the king, and they said the king have not given her that money, it is time for her to remind him. Unfortunately, the king now utilized the opportunity to blast her and to call her a mean queen. That you are too mean, you are a sadist. If not, why would you not attend this occasion even when you are right there in the palace? It's just a child's birthday. Even if you are having problems with the mother, it is not enough reason for you not to come out and even allow your children to celebrate with the boy. They said that did not go well with the king because the king is not happy about it at all. And coupled with the fact that Oletik have been kind of withdrawn for a very long time now. If you guys are watching, you find out that she is not always amongst others whenever the king goes out with some of them. Even though lately the king have stopped going out with them the way he used to. But those scanty period that he goes out with them, if you notice, Oletik is not going with them. If sometimes, even if she managed to come out with them, she will be isolating herself in such a way that people noticed. And they said questions have been going on every now and then, asking the king what is wrong with her. Is she okay? This, that. That have even made, they said, Dr. Lizzie have even called her to order, letting her know that this is a decision she made by herself to be amongst the wives, So she should she learns to manage the situation, because the way she's going about it is making it look like the king is not treating her better or something of that nature. So, but with all of this, they said Oletik she felt bad, or maybe will I say she felt so remorseful, and she decided to buy a toy gift. They said it was a toy car that she bought for Ebony's son. This is happening after the birthday. So they said she now took the gift to go and meet with Ebony. On getting to Ebony's quarters, they said she was trying to tell Ebony that that day she wasn't feeling fine, that's why this, that. But because they all know, they knew who she is, that she doesn't like to associate with others, they said Ebony blasted her. And when she gave them the gift, they said Ebony smashed that gift before her, and she felt so embarrassed. And when the information got to the king maybe did not react the way Oletik expected him to. And the next thing we are hearing is that Oletik carried her children and her personal nanny and left the palace without informing the king. They said the king was right there in the palace that the day she left. Oh, she did not tell anyone. Then when the big nanny, as in the woman, there's the woman that have a kind of blood relationship with the king. They said the way Oletik dumped the woman's luggage outside, the woman felt so bad and reported that to the king. That was how the king knew that Oletik left the palace with the twins. So now they said the king got angry and sent for Oletik's uncle. And when that one came, the uncle was trying to defend Oletik, saying that maybe there was an emergency and she traveled, this, that. And when they asked her, if Oletik happens to be your wife and there was an emergency, she traveled without letting you know, with your kids, are you going to take it, or is it because it's not you? So after everything, they said the king issued a serious warning to them, letting them know that Oletik cannot enter that palace again until he said so. And they said the uncle have been begging on her behalf, but the king is not listening. Then when the information got to the king, it got to Oletik that the king have issued a warning that she cannot enter the palace, because maybe to her, she wanted to leave. When her anger is calmed, she will come back with her kids and all of that. But unfortunately, she have been a kind of excommunicated, let me put it that way, you know. So when she find out that she cannot return to the palace the way she left and all of that, that is when they said she went to a Lekki Mansion to go and meet with the queen, begging her to please speak to the king, that she did it out of anger, that if not for anything, for the sake of the twins, that the king should allow her to return back to her husband's house. That is just that the way Ebony treated her, Kabiyesi is supposed to caution Ebony, but he did not do any of that, and she felt so bad. This, that. Anyway, they said the queen promised her that she is going to try, you know, but that is not a guarantee. Anyway, guys, that is what we are hearing. If the information is true, don't forget that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless we verify them. Thanks for watching. Do well to subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.